Hey guys, come on in. How are you? Come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my page. I am Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs, and I am in an event today with Hen House and Bloom. Hey Karen, company. And the theme today is fabric, ribbons, and bows. And so I'm going to play with the hat tonight, or this afternoon. I've got a black hat and some fabric. So I'm going to wait until, I believe it's Kelly. Is it Kelly? Yeah, I'm going to wait for Kelly to get finished. I can't figure out why this doesn't want to. All right, let me bring it down. Y'all, it is time for me to put some stuff away. I keep getting more out and more out and more out, and I need to get it put away. So this just came in today, and I didn't know. I ordered this hoping that it would get here. I did have a backup, so all right, it looks like Kelly is done, and we are in the group. Y'all share me out there, tag a friend, and let me see how this is gonna fit. All right, that's gonna be good, but I need to make it a little bit smaller. Hey Jackie, how are you? Good to see you. We're gonna play with some colorful fabric today. And I don't know if y'all were on my live when I made the flowers out of fabric, but I'm going to make another one out of fabric. I did it out of denim, but this fabric is going to be a little more psychedelic. All right, let me see if I can get this hat so that my son says I look funny in a hat, so this may be a hat for somebody else instead of me. Hey, Terry, come on in. You're listening while you try. Yeah, that was cute I liked what you did. Patriotic. I saw a couple of people did patriotic stuff. All right, I'm trying to see how this hat, y'all, I'm not a hat person. But anyway, it's going to be a cool looking hat, I think, when we get done. All right, so I'm going to put that off to the side. I had two different kinds of fabric that I wanted to work with. I thought about the leopard. That was my first choice because I was looking, I don't know, it just kind of popped off the shelf. But then when I went to pull it out, I saw this. Well, y'all know I like my color. So I'm going to go with all the psychedelic colors, and we're going to make a flower out of this, and then we're going to add it to the hat. Looks like I just reconnected. Hold on just a minute. All right, that should be better. I didn't have my Wi-Fi on, but I do now. Hey, Allison, how come you're not on the bus? Aren't you supposed to be on the bus? Or are you off today? All right, so let me pick the colors that I think I want to use. I think I want to use this piece here. Y'all, isn't this gorgeous? Don't you just love that? Or is it just me? I know my sister would like this because she likes all the hippie colors. All right, so I am going to cut out 6 circles. And I think I want, let's see which end I want to do. I don't think it's going to really matter which one I pick. All right, I think I want to pick this one. But in the event that it does matter, this is the end I'm going to use. All right, so we're going to draw 6 circles. This is just coming off of a diamond dust container. And I'm going to cut out 6 circles. We're going to sew them together. And then we're going to, it's going to turn into a flower. So let me get this. We're going to go ahead and just draw 6 circles. I think I may have this. I understand what I'm doing with this now. I had so much fun. Oh, that one didn't come all the way. Let me get it on here. I had so much fun making where is it? The denim flower that I made, y'all. That was so much fun. And then I finished one of the earrings. Look at here. This is one of the earrings that I made out of denim. And I've got to make another one. These are jeans that my son was going to throw away, and so now I have one of 2 earrings, and then I want to put a piece of bling on it also. Okay, there's one circle. And all I'm going to do is trace around this. Then we're going to cut them off. Y'all come on in. Hey, Carol, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Hey, Lee. Is it Lee? I ask you this every time. Lee, is it Leah or Lee? Is it 2 syllables or 1? Hey, Crystal. Thanks for joining me, y'all. I hope you have fun with me. Oh, I know, Karen. Isn't it gorgeous? I got this. Well, let's see. I've had my page since 2021. So I got it at least 5 years ago, because prior to having my my business page, what I was doing was machine embroidery and making a couple of quilts. I'm new to quilting. And there is a company out of Florida called Martelli's Notions or something like that. And you wish you were off leaving in 10 minutes. Well, you can come back and watch the replay. Let's see who's here. Hey, Kathy, thanks for being here. Kelly, those were really cute little houses that you did. All right, so here we go. This isn't going to take but, I don't know, how many inches is this? About 3.5, so 4. So this is about 1/9 of, I think, because this is a yard here, y'all. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to just keep going around the horn here. And I may have to iron some of these out. I don't know. And just drawing a circle on the back side of the fabric. Those of you who saw me make the flower, the denim flower, this is going to be the same thing, but I'm still going to go over the instructions for those of you who weren't here. It's pretty simple. This should be easier to sew through than the denim. I kind of underestimated how all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we'll put that back on there. This is the hat we're going to put it on. So we're going to make a flower. Let me hold it long enough for y'all to see it. I'm so excited. When I get a lot of color in front of me, I just get excited. And when I had forgotten that I had bought this. Hey, Crystal, I had forgotten that I had bought this fabric, and so I got oodles of fabric. When this came up, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut this away from the rest of the fabric, and then we will cut these out individually. And then the other thing I found, which I was pretty excited about, I had somebody give me a whole bunch of rickrack. And anyway, yeah, I was looking for something. I can't remember what it was I was looking for in my craft room. And lo and behold, in the very back of one of my little cubbies was this container of rickrack that I had. All right, so see, this is what we're going to work with. I think it's going to be really pretty, y'all. I like bright, high contrast, vibrant colors. I just got this. I ordered this yesterday. This is my my newest apron. I have one in turquoise also. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. Let's see if I'm going to have enough here. I think I will. So this space in between the fabric, I have some, it may not be big enough, but if it's not, I'll cut some. The space in between, I don't think y'all can see it. There we go. Right here where the circles are, that fabric in between, I was thinking I can turn those into earrings. So this is, so my portion of, all right, let's see here. It's like folding up a map. I've never been good at that. You would think I would with being able to do patterns. I'm going to just put it off to the side for now so that we can get a cutting. All right, we're going to turn our iron on. And so the idea is this is going to be kind of like a psychedelic bow. All right, where is the... Put it back here. I want to show you all the finished piece I had, but I don't see it. I must have put it away. I don't know why I would have done. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. Okay, it's not going to be denim. The center's going to be different, but this is what we're going after. So just so y'all know, it's easier to follow along, I think, when you have an idea of what the finished product is going to look like. All right, so I'm going to put the hat off to the side, and we're going to iron this just so that our circles are nice and flat. I'm going to just put a little bit of water on this. Y'all remember back in the day when we ironed everything? I don't do that anymore. The only time I typically iron is when I'm here. Let me turn my notifications off. Do not disturb. Notifications coming through. Hey, Lavender Fields by Paula. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Joyce, how was your vacation? Did you have a good vacation? I hope you had a good time. All right, let's see what we got here. Ah, that wasn't good. And a piece of plastic stuck to the bottom of my... All right, here we go. I'm going to just pull this through. Get it nice and flat. This is thin, much thinner. Hey, Ollie. Good to see you. Thanks for popping on. I hope you're having a good day and feeling good. I hope it's been a good day for you. I was so excited. I was just saying, I was so excited when you had something with fabric. If you saw how much fabric I have, this is not even a drop in the bucket. So, but this is the fabric that we're going to use, and we're going to turn this into... It's not really a bow, but it's kind of like a bow. We're going to turn it into a flower like this for those of y'all that are just hopping on. So we're going to sew it. We're going to cut it. We're going to sew it. We're going to cinch it. And then we're going to bling it. And then we're going to put it on the hat. And I want to make the flower first, and then we'll figure out after we get the flower done what kind of embellishments, what colors we're going to highlight to bring out in the fabric, in the little flower. All right, here we go. So I don't think this is going to take very long, but you know what, y'all? I say that about every project, and I'm usually wrong. And I think it's because in my mind, I already have planned out what I wanted, you know, well, as far as if I've done it before. If I haven't made something before, all bets are off because there's no telling. Speaking of which, did y'all see the giant stargazer lily that I made? This is this was a couple days ago. It was this week sometime, I think. Isn't that cool looking? And I ended up having to, the night before I made this online. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I had some soft pastels that I bought and I hadn't used. And I thought, well, that's going to be perfect. Okay, I'm not going to have enough to make earrings with, so I'll have to cut a small piece of fabric off. So we're going to do a hat with matching earrings is going to be the plan. My tools came in to put the the jump rings or whatever they're called in. And but anyway, so back to time. Since I have made this before, I'm thinking it's going to go pretty quickly. And I'm hoping I still have time to do the earrings. Okay, so this is, isn't that awesome, y'all? So if you wanted to stiffen this, you could put like, so, you know, a, what do you call it? Interfacing behind these. But I hope I'm going to be okay. I hope this is going to be thick enough to hold itself. The denim really did a good job of holding up its form in that flower, and I'm hoping that this is too. I did not practice with this particular fabric, but I do know what I'm supposed to do. All right, so there's 3 circles. I'm gonna leave them turned up so we can see what colors we're getting. Oh my gosh, look at that, y'all. Look how it swirls. I don't know what's going to happen when I start folding it and sewing it together, but I want to try, you know how they take the circles and they make roses, they put them over like a glass or something. Wouldn't this be fun to do with something like that? This fabric? Y'all, this fabric is just like awesome. Anybody else like this fabric besides me? Or is it just me? Not everybody likes bright colors like this. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? I'm so excited to work with this because it's been sitting in my little IKEA cubicle thing probably 6 years. That's a long time for it to just be sitting there. And I got stacks and stacks and stacks of it. Because Martelli Notions, every Thursday, they have a, like a fabric sale. Oh my gosh, I love this. All right, not going to have enough for earrings here, but we'll see what kind of time we have. And if we have time to, well, actually, I got a different idea. I'm going to cut a piece of fabric off. We're going to glue the fabric onto the wood blanks for the earrings. And while I'm sewing the flower together, we can, so let me get this out of here. These are some blanks that I got off all right, here we go. So these are just some wooden blanks. And I just got them off of Amazon because I wanted to try something new. That would be making earrings. All right, so I'm going to take this fabric and I'm just going to cut a couple small pieces of fabric. Let's see what colors I want to put on here. Let's see, I kind of want, all right, let me take this here. This, let's take that off. I want the yellow in there is what I want to pull out. All right, so we're going to put that off to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to make sure I don't have any of my circles stuck to this. Oh, and you know what? I got to do front and back. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to glue this fabric on the front and the back. It looks like I'm going to have to cut another piece. So let me turn this upside down while I'm waiting. I'm at 20 minutes, y'all. I think I'm going to be good. I think I'm going to be good. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Let me cut another piece of fabric because I wasn't accounting for the fact that I was going to do front and back. Huh. All right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just cut this all the way down. And I'll put like the same colors on the front of each one, and the same colors on the back, maybe. All right, this is going to be tricky. Let's see how I want to do, how I want this to actually show up. I like that right there. All right, so here we go. We're going to get some glue on here. I need something to turn this upside down in. I don't have anything nearby. All right, I'm going to just put it down then. All right, so I'm going to just go on here. Just going to spread this out so that I get full coverage. I need a new pair of earrings. I think this will be pretty. All right, so how did I want to do this? I think I wanted to go ahead and do this. Cut it short. Okay. All right, now we're going to do the other side, and I want to get this yellow in here. So this is going to be the front. And I think, all right, let me see. I think maybe this, I'm trying to see how they'll kind of match. This, and let's do this one here, y'all. They're going to be different, but they'll have the same colors in them. Just using the tool that God gave me, my finger, right? All right, let me wipe that off. You want to make sure that you get this all the way to the edge. And I would normally, all right, I think, I want all these colors in here because this will give me more options of what to wear with it. Here we go. Okay, and then I've got a little pair of scissors here. I'm going to cut this back. I'm going to just go right up to the edge here. This can be drying while we're making the other part of this. Oops, come on. It's really been fun to watch how all the different things that God has been teaching me, they're all coming together as, you know, one project now, which is, you know, I can shift back and forth. Oh my gosh. Yes, I love it. All right, so look at that, y'all. That's going to be an earring. Isn't that cool? I'm going to let the other one dry for a little bit before I cut it because it did shift a little bit. And I'll come back to this in a minute. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at that. Isn't that going to be pretty? Oh my goodness. This is just such a simple thing. These are just like little wood blanks that I got from Amazon. And, all right, I'm going to put that off to the side. We're going to get to sewing. That's going to dry. And then we will, I'm going to turn this upside down over here. Hopefully it'll stay. All right, so here we go. So this is how we're going to do our circles. I've already got my needle threaded because I knew I was going to need a needle and thread, maybe. Got a knot in it. How did I do that? Oh, I know, when I ran it through the threads. Okay. So we're going to take this thread. I've got, this is kind of like, what is this called? I used this when I made a tuffet to cinch the circle. All right. I think this will be long enough. I got glue on my, all right, so there we go. Where'd my needle go? Here it is. All right, y'all. I gotta slow down. I'm too excited. All right, so I'm gonna put a knot in this. I'm trying to think if I should double this or not. I'm not gonna double it because this is thick enough that I don't think it'll matter. I'm gonna tie a knot in this. Actually, I'm gonna tie a couple knots in this. All right. And now we're going to get to sewing. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our circle and we're going to fold it in half. If this is the first time you're watching me, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. You're going to fold it in half and then you're going to fold it one more time. Oh my gosh, yes. In quarters. Okay. And now what you have is you have a round edge and two straight edges. We're gonna do what's called a running stitch across the top of this, and that just means that you're gonna go up and down, and I'm gonna make it so that the open end is on my right. It doesn't make any difference if your open end is on the right or the left, just as long as you're consistent. And I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch from the edge, just going up and down. Yeah, this is a whole lot easier than that denim. That denim was brutal. And this is going to be the petals of our flower. And then you're going to pull this through. Okay, this is going to be one petal. All right, then we're going to come through. Let me get this. And we're going to do the next one. Okay, we're going to take and we're going to fold our flower, our circle. Fold it in half, and then we're going to fold it in half again. That's going to be quarters. And then you're going to have this edge over here is open. This is where your fold is. And you're going to come in here, and you're going to go up right on that edge there. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Primitive Roots by Devana. How are you? I need to know how to knot. I'm so bad at that. Okay, you know what? So I don't forget, let me do it right now. I'll show you. All right. Let me just cut a piece of thread off. All right, let me bring you in. I'm going to bring you in. If I don't do it now, I'll forget. All right, so this is what I do. I always lick my fingers because it helps with the friction, okay? So you're going to just they're just damp. You're not like spitting on your fingers. You're just getting your fingers damp. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take, let's see how I can get this down here. You're going to take the thread. Can you see this thread well enough? And you're going to grab it between your forefinger and your thumb, okay? You're going to grab it like that, and you're going to kind of hold this a little bit taut. Now what you're going to do, you're going to have to do probably maybe look in the mirror when you watch this. You can play this in the mirror and watch it because what you're seeing is backwards. All right, now what I do is I take and I wrap this around my finger, and it'll cross over that tail that I'm holding on to. Okay? Then I'm going to hold that, and my fingers are dry now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my thumb off of my forefinger, and it's going to cause the thread to roll. Okay? So I'm going to just push this off. You see how it's twisting? And then I come in with my ring finger, and I catch the back of this thread and pull it. And then it'll make a knot. Okay, so again, let me do it again for you. I'm going to do it fast this time, and then I'm going to do a third time and do it slow. So I grab this between my thumb and my forefinger. I bring it around on the side of my forefinger that's away from me. I bring it around, and I cross over that thread that's there, and then I roll it off my thumb. I take my ring finger, and I just pull it, and you'll see this is not the best knots, but it's doing it in slow motion. Oops, I went. All right, so let's try it again. And I just roll it, and you want it to just kind of roll up. And all right, let me see if I can do a clean knot for you. All right, so you'll notice I always lick my finger, and that helps with the friction. And then you grab it, and then you have like a little knot there. Okay? You lick your finger, you roll it off your thumb, you grab it, and then you'll have a knot. This one's better. See, and then you just have a little teeny tiny knot there. And that's how you do it. And practice, 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 practice. All right, so now we're going to come back to this, and we are going to go up and down. This is called a running stitch. And up and down. Did that make sense to you? Hopefully it did. Just keep, if you practice it, and then after if you can't get it, go back and, just keep watching the replay, and you'll get it. I promise you'll get it. You have to be more determined to win than the project is to lose. All right, so we're going to take this. Hey, Cindy. All right, so I'm going to fold this in half, folding it in half, folding it in half again, and then you're going to have an open side and a folded side, and you're going to have a curved side and two straight edges. You want the curved side is the side that you are going to, and it doesn't make any difference how you start. You just want to kind of be consistent. You get to determine what happens. And I'm just going to go up and down, and eventually what we're going to do is see how this is gathered. We're going to pull this and cinch it so that these are going to be our petals. And it really doesn't take that long to make these. All right, so let's see how I want to, where I want. All right, so I tend to like the yellow. I think I like high contrast, and that yellow against that black is, I like that. I like the turquoise too. And so I'm just going to, I'm going to pull this back just a little bit so y'all can see a little bit better. Okay, so I've got the curved side up. I've got the open side to my right. You can have it to your left. It doesn't matter. And then I'm going to go up and down and up and down and up and down and up, pushing the needle up a little bit and down, up and down and up. This is called a running stitch. Hey, Sherry. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 2 more. All right. This is our fabric. Let's see which side I want. Ooh, I like that side there. All right. So you can play with it. If you have a pattern, you can just kind of play with it until you get the colors that you want sitting up. Ooh, I like that side right there. All right, so this is the side that I like. This is the other side, and I could refold it a different way if I wanted to. All right, and then I'm going to bring my needle. I'm going about 1/4 of an inch from the edge because I want to make sure that I catch all the folded edges, all the folded pieces. I go up and down and up and down and down and up and down. And you want to keep your fingers out of the way because if you poke yourself, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. That's the only thing I don't like about sewing with a needle is when you poke yourself. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here is number 6. I'm going to put my needle down. I'm going to fold this in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half again. And I think I'm going to bring some orange into this time. So this is the color. Oh, I don't know. Let me think what I think I'm going to bring, no, I think I'm going to keep the yellow up. I think I'm going to keep the yellow up. Although I do like that orange. All right, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to do, hang on. It's going to go this way. All right. I think I'm going to stick with the yellow. So we're going to go near the edge, and then I'm going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And I'm using what's called a sharp needle. There's sharps, there's betweens, there's embroidery needles. I got these needles from my grandmother when she went home to be with Jesus 26 or 7 years ago. All right, and then now what I'm going to do is if it gets real bunchy and it's hard to pull that needle up, then let the fabric straighten out and it'll be easier to get it. Or you can take a pair of pliers. Or you can use the table. You can push the needle on the table and the fabric. Okay, here we go. And my thread is really, really thick. So I only did a single strand. If you're using regular sewing thread, I recommend that you, all right, I'm going to cut this off of here. I got glue on this, is why they're not cutting. I'll take some alcohol to it. Sherry, you got me using alcohol for all kinds of stuff now after I made that big mistake of, all right, so I'm going to just take this and, so I don't lose it, I'm going to put it through just a paper towel, just kind of weave it through. And then I'm going to put this off to the side so that it's easier to find. How are we doing on time? 39. I think we're going to be good, y'all. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take, I'm going to have all of my points facing in the same direction. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to get something that y'all can see this better with. Okay? Does that help? All right, so here we go. So I'm going to pull this. And it's, a little bit of a acrobat. I'm going to pull this And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of gathering smaller than I thought it was going to be. Just gathering it together, trying to get it as tight as I can. This is what it's going to look like. I like this, y'all. This is pretty cool. All right, and then we're going to take and I'm going to take these two pieces of thread and I'm going to run it once and then I'm going to run it twice through here. Make sure I do that. And the reason why I'm running it over, you know how when you tie your shoes, you just go under once? Well, if you go under twice, it'll actually hold for you without needing an extra finger. My dad taught me that. Okay. I want that good and tight. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pull it through. And then I'm going to pull it through a second time. Give yourself plenty of thread to work with here because it's kind of tricky. Okay. Boy, it's a big difference between that and the denim, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to put a dab of glue on this. Okay. I'm just going to kind of straighten this out. Make sure that everything is... Where'd my little scissors go? I'm going to just snip this. Just give it a little snip. I don't need that thread anymore, so I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put just a little dab of glue. See if that's coming out. In between here to hold it together. Because we've gathered it, but this is just going to give it just another little extra hold. All right, and then I'm going to put this up against, this ended up being more black than I had thought it was going to be. I hadn't accounted for the fact that it was going to be gathered together. And just putting a little dab of glue in between where each petal meets in the middle there. And then I'll show you what else I'm going to do. All right. I'm going to cut a circle. Oh, that one's there. Can't have that. All right, I'm going to take and that's a little big. That'll be a good size. All right, I'm just finding a circle that would be a good size to, all right, I need my pen. And I'm just going to go around. I'm going to make 2 circles this size. Let me show you what I did. All I did was take this and put it over the hole to see, because I want to close that hole up is what I want to do. And then I'm going to do a second one. And I'm going to cut on the outside of this circle. You're not going to be able to see this because it's going to be in the middle where I actually drew this. All right, so I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to go out a little bit outside the circle. There's one, because I want one on the top and one on the bottom. And it'll make sense for you in just a minute. Okay. All right, we'll put that off to the side. All right, so now the reason why I'm doing this is because we're going to take and we're going to finish the center of that circle. See how it's got a hole there? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue gun. I only need to put it on the edge because remember there's a hole there. Okay, and now what we have is we have a finished center. And we're going to do the same thing to this side. Now, you could take a circle and do what's called like a yo-yo with this, but I'm not going to do that. Ouch. Because I'm gonna put something on top of this. All right, so here we go. We're going to just put this, we're going to cover that over top. Okay, so there's our flower. How are we doing on time? 46. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. I'm just going to now. Where is my? I think that's gonna. Oh, that's not gonna be too bad. I was expecting my flower to be bigger, y'all. All right. So this is what I'm thinking. We're gonna put this on top of it. I think that's going to be pretty. Let me see if I have anything that might be. All right, hold on. Ooh, this is my gold totally dazzled. Not my silver, but this is just the gold. See if I have something with a pin on it that. Looks a little smaller, but that doesn't have a pin on the back of it. I'm looking for one that has a pin on the back. And then all I'm going to do is pin it right through that fabric. Yeah. I think that's the same one. Any other time that everyone I would pick up would have a, that's too big. All right, here's a smaller one. I think this one's smaller. Let's see what, that's the same one I had before. Maybe. That one's oval. And those are bigger. All right, let me play with these and see what we got. The Totally Dazzled metal is not going to stick real well. So let me see if I want to do this. Or I think I want to do this one, y'all. Which one do y'all think? You like this one on here? Or this one on here? I think I like the other one. I think I like this one. What do y'all think? One? Give me hearts for one. Thumbs up for two. It's kind of hard to see. All right, maybe if I put it like this, that'll help. That's two. This is thumbs up. That's thumbs up. I think I like this one better. This is hearts. I think I like that one. All right, let's see what it looks like on the hat. Let's bring it up to the hat. Oh, yeah. All right, this is what it's going to look like on the hat. All right, we're going to do this. All right, so this is going to be it. So we're going to take and we're going to run this through. And I'm hoping I might be able to, instead of gluing this on here, I might, nope, it's not going to bend. All right, I'm going to have to glue it on here. All right, hang on. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use, make sure that this is glued down. I need to let that heat. All right, I got to let that heat up. But what we're going to do is we're going to put this on here. Then we're going to put, we'll glue this to the hat. And then we're going to put, I've got some rickrack that I want to put on here too. But while we're waiting, let's go over here to our earrings. And just cut right up to the edge there. I like to turn it over so I can see where I'm cutting. Just trim that away. And you can get your scissors right up to that edge. All right. Waiting for my gun to heat up. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the back side of this too. And I'm going to take a Sharpie and just put a dot here so I know where my hole is. All right, here we go, y'all. Come on. We're going to put some glue on this. And hopefully I'm going to get to, let me put that there. Stay. Okay. And just like this, we're going to have a pair of earrings. All right, so we're going to go ahead and stick that on there. And then I'm going to grab this other earring, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a black mark while I can see the hole. I'm going to put just a small, ooh, this is going to be hard to see. You could poke a hole in it if you wanted to, but I'm going to just try and speed things up. All right, and then we're going to come over here, and we're going to take our scrap fabric. I got 7 minutes. I should be good. So if any of y'all are new to my page, my name, Nothing is Wasted Designs, comes from the book of John, chapter 6, verse 12, when Jesus was feeding the 5,000. And after everybody was satisfied, Jesus told his disciples to pick up the leftovers so that nothing was wasted. And when I started my page, I asked the Holy Spirit what, all right, let's see, I think I want this to go that way. What he wanted me to name the page, and that verse came up, and I prayed about it, and that was the verse that is associated to my name and my page name. And the cool thing about it is, and of course he knew this, one of my favorite, let's see if I miss, hey Kathy. Hey Laura Jo, thanks y'all for coming in. Oh, I see Barb must be here somewhere. Hey, Barb. Hi, Daryl. Welcome to my page. If y'all are not following my page, I'd love it if you would. After I am done, Shop Paradise Creations with Karen is going to be up after me. And the host of this event are Rooster Ridge Sunflower Company with Ollie, our wonderful Ollie. Shop Paradise Creations with our amazing Karen. Magically Rusted Designs with our sweet Renee. And then the moderators are Allison Accents and Decor with Allison, and Creations by J&J with Joyce. And anyway, an amazing team of people. I love working with them. There's a lot of talent in this group. If you're not following the page, I highly recommend that you follow the page so that when we go live, you are notified. Make sure that you hit the notifications, change the notifications to all notifications, and then that way you won't miss anything. A lot of creativity in this group, a lot of variety too. We've got the grunge look, the bright color look, just a little bit of everything. So you'll be able to find something that you can, you know, identify, learn from. All right, let's get that off of there. And so be sure and follow the page. Y'all, look at these earrings. All right, where's the hole? Oh, where's the hole? There's the hole. All right, this is what this one's going to look like. And what did I do with the other one? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's cut this off. How are we doing? 56. I don't know if I'm going to make it. So I'm cutting both sides of the earrings off. And then I'll put the side that I like the best on the outside. But, of course, we want the back to be finished. So this is just, like I said, just an Amazon order that I made. Okay, so when these hang, there's the dot, there's the dot. They're going to hang like this. How about that? Won't those be cute? All right, so those are the earrings. I'll put the hardware on those when I am done. Okay, I needed my glue gun because some of this wasn't tacked down. And I want to make sure that it has a good hold to it. Oh, maybe I did get it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's not. So it'll definitely hold if you get enough glue on there, but if you don't, I think what happened was the glue dried. I was talking. Get that off of there. All right. So I have 2 minutes. I am not going to finish this, but I want to show y'all. I will finish it and then I'll post a picture. I'm going to show y'all what we're going to do. We're going to put this on here. Okay, we're going to put this on here, and then I have some rickrack that I'm going to have to play with this and see how I want to do this. I've got some yellow and I have some red, and I thought that I would use the yellow and the red to pull out the yellow and the red in the, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to stick this on here. I think I'll probably do the red on the bottom since it looks like a heavier color. So I'll put that on the bottom. And then this yellow is going to fall right in the grooves of this. It'll fall right in there. It's a perfect match. And so we'll have that on the that part there, and then we'll have the flower over here, and then we will have And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think I'm going to make a bigger flower because I don't think this is big enough. But we'll put this on here. I'm going to get a bigger circle and I'm going to redo this flower so that it covers a little more space and you can see it. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm going for. And then I had this piece of lace here. I may put some rhinestones on here, but I have this piece of lace and I thought maybe what I could do is kind of drape that across and just kind of bring it across the front and then have the rickrack and then have the bow. I don't know, maybe I'll play with it. But that's what I have. It's 4 o'clock. My time is up. I am Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs. I hope y'all enjoyed my page. Be sure and click on the link at the top of the page to join Hen House and Bloom Company. And thanks everybody. And thanks for the admin and Allison and Joyce for moderating. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night and Jesus loves you more. All right. Bye.